Hello again, and how much fun was it creating your very first program? And I'm sure you are now very excited to start with another more intricate program. So, what we could do is we could have Scratch the Cat tell a little joke to a friend. Good. Now you already know what the Scratch window looks like. Oh, this stage, this backdrop, it's very boring to have a white background. So, let's have a look here. We click on the stage preview here, and we can change it. Now, on the bottom there, we have different options. Now, if you hover your pointer over an icon, you will see what will happen. So this one at the right says new backdrop from camera. And yes, you can go and take a photograph. But it must, of course, be the camera that is installed. So if you have a webcam, you can take a picture, or if you are working on a tablet, of course they have inbuilt cameras or built-in cameras. Right. So I don't think this will often be an option, but of course if you have other photographs, you can always use this one, upload the backdrop from a file. So you have pictures, you've saved them to a file, perhaps you've downloaded something from the internet, you can use that. The next one says paint a new backdrop. Oh yes, certainly we can try that later on, but the one that I am going to use today is this one, choose a backdrop from the library. So we click on that, and can you see all these backgrounds appearing? So this little joke that Scratch is going to tell his friend has to do with homework. So perhaps we can choose, of course you can tell a joke any place, but I'm going to think of where I will tell a joke. These two, you see these brick walls, it looks like a school building. There's another one. There's a chalkboard. Let's go down. Beautiful. What about this one? There's a table and a chair. It looks like a place where someone might be doing homework. So we double click and there it appears. That looks better than a white background. Okay, but now if you see, Scratch is hanging in the air. We don't want him there. So we are going to drag him down here. And now, to whom is he going to tell the joke? He needs a little friend, so we need a new sprite. And there we have new sprites, are very much the same as with the stage. The camera, sorry, I was interrupted. So let's just start again. Okay. So we can get a new sprite from a camera, built-in camera, of course, from a file. If you want to do that, of course you can do that. Get a picture of yourself and a friend. Perhaps you'll have a little bit of difficulty with the sizes. So if you want to experiment, of course, then you can paint a new one. But we are going to use that same cheat method, and we choose a sprite from the library. So let's have a look. There we have a whole lot of sprites, and let's see. To whom can he tell the joke? There's a dog. Let's try this dog. Double click on the dog, and the dog is hanging in the air. So bring the dog down there. Right. So now we have our two sprites, but something is wrong in this picture. Don't you think that dog is a little rude, looking away from Scratch? So we need to change that. Right, so can you see, having dragged the dog, that is now the active sprite. If we go back there, then everything you do with the sprite will be done to Scratch, but we want to change the dog. Click on Costumes tab there, and there you will see the dog appearing. Now if you click there on the dog, then you will see these buttons appearing, and I think you know this setup from other programs, from Word. As soon as you have a graphic and you click on it, then you get these. They are called handles, and you can resize. You can turn it around with this one, or you can resize it. Okay, but what we want to do, let's make the dog a little, a little smaller, because he seems a bit big for the room. We don't want our second sprite to be larger than the cat. I think he will perhaps bite the cat. Okay, so we want this dog to look that way. So you grab hold of either the left handle or the right one, and just drag it across, and there the dog is. But what happened here? Right, I want to show you something. Let me just enlarge this. Can you see there's a little cross, and there we have a little circle. That is the center of our sprite, and that is, so what we are trying to do is we are trying to get that little circle more or less over that cross. So just drag it there, a little bit up. Okay, right, so we can minimize again. Right, so now the dog is actually facing. Let me just turn. Oh, that looks better, and we can drag the dog around. Okay, so now it seems that they will be able to talk to each other. Right, so I think I'm going to stop here, because I think you now have a lot of work to do. So you are going to get a new backdrop. You are going to move your characters, your sprites around so that they look right. And of course you don't need to use the ones that I used. Choose your own ones or use the same ones. It doesn't matter. And then I think, just to be on the safe side, let's just quickly save this one, and we will call it Joke. And I am going to put it in my Scratch projects, and Hello World is of course already there, and now I have my little joke and I save it. So if you close it, you need to do something else. You can always just pick up where you left. So you are going to change the stage, you are going to get your two sprites, you are going to place them so that they can talk to each other, and then come back for the next video. Right, see you, bye.